Well, Wolf, as you know, as these negotiations go on, everybody says, here comes a cliff, here comes a cliff. It's not a sudden effect because it doesn't all happen at once, but it does happen, and some people will feel it absolutely more than others. Remember, there are automatic mandatory cuts that will kick in this circumstance, and they'll hit many different departments. So, for example, if you are unemployed right now, benefits will stop for 2.1 million unemployed Americans if we go over the cliff. And just as a point of reference here, if in fact they wanted to extend those benefits, that'd cost about $30 billion, which is not a whole lot in the federal budget, but nonetheless, this is a group that would feel the cliff and feel it fast. What about people who are traveling out there in the transportation department? $1 billion in cuts to mandatory spending in the transportation department. What will that mean? Slower air travel and higher fares. And I'll tell you why. Because there will be fewer air traffic controllers, customs officers, security officers out there. That means fewer people to process you through the airport, your luggage and everything else to get you where you're going. And as that happens, they're going to have more overtime from the people who are there. That's what's going to run the cost up. So that could also have an impact. But here's the one that could touch virtually everyone in the country. Go to the Treasury Department here. 100 million taxpayers would be unable to file until late March because they would not have as many people as they would normally have to process your tax returns. You know what's coming next? That also means a delay in tax refunds. The Treasury Department normally sends out about $72 million in tax refunds in January and February. That would not happen if the fiscal cliff comes. They wouldn't be able to keep up with the workload, and there would be unexpected higher taxes for most Americans because, remember, that's another part of the equation here, Wolf. So many different groups could be hit in many different ways at many times, but the bottom line is if these negotiations continue to stall and don't come through and the cliff comes, people will indeed feel it all over this country.